G'day all you wonderful people, welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al and today I'm bringing you 5 items that I carried with me on my Appalachian Trail Thru-hike that I did not need to bring with me. The first item I want to tell you about that I took with me that I did not need to carry was this. It is an umbrella. Now I carried this umbrella for the full length of the 2,194.3 miles of the Appalachian Trail and I did not need to. Yes, it came in handy when there were rainstorms, but I really didn't need to take it. The reason that I say that I did not need to take this was because when it starts raining, I'd have to stop, take off my pack, take this out the side pocket, unfold it. And once it was unfolded, I'd have to attach it somehow. And then the wind would get on it. And then the rain would stop and you have to stop and pack it down and put it back. It was just a hassle. And I found that unless it was a really bad rainstorm, I didn't really stop to take this out. I probably used it maybe less than a dozen times. If I was going again, I'd probably leave this at home. Truthfully, I found that my rain gear was enough. This was much better, but I found that there were some problems with it. Once it was up like this, if I was walking up a hill, I would find that the brow of it would stop me being able to see ahead of me. I also found that the rain would trickle off the back of it and then go down in between me and my pack. I think if you're carrying rain gear, i.e. rain jacket and pants, you should be perfectly fine to survive the rainstorms on the Appalachian Trail. The second item that I did not need to take with me was this. I took a knife with me. Now I did not take this knife with me for self-defense. I took it with me because I thought I would need to cut things. So maybe cut some fruit or paracord or something or other. There'd be a reason for me to use this. And in truth, there were very few incidents where I actually needed a knife. When it came to paracord, it was much easier to use a lighter than it was to try and saw through it with this. And also I didn't really take any fruit or veg out on the trail with me, so there was nothing really to cut. If I was going back, I'd take a small sharp pair of scissors that would be much more lightweight and take up much less space than this. The third item that I did not need to take with me was this big set of gloves. They're like oven mitts. I've used them to hike up some mountains in the past and they've been really useful then. But for the Appalachian Trail, having this massive set of gloves, it just really wasn't needed. I had a much better pair of OR gloves that were a lot slimmer that allowed me far more dexterity, and I used those and they were perfectly fine even in the cold weather ice storm of Katahdin. I had these in my pack and I barely had room for them, so I sent them home as soon as I got out of the Smokies. The fourth item that I took with me that I did not need to take were micro spikes. So why did I take micro spikes with me on the Appalachian Trail? Well, I was told that going through the Smoky Mountains, there was a big possibility that I was going to encounter massive sheets of ice and there'd be this horrible climbing and it would be super cold. Yes, it really was super cold, but there was no need for me to worry about taking micro spikes. There were a couple of patches, but for the most part, walking through there in early April, I was fine not to use microspikes. These did not get a use. There was no point where I pulled them out of the package. They're just a lot of weight that I carried with me that I never used. And again, like the gloves, I sent them home as soon as I got out of the Smokies. The fifth item that I took with me that I did not need to take was all of these spare clothes. I had so many spare clothes. I'm not holding them for the whole thing. If you look back at my videos, I wore one outfit for the entirety of the trail. It was just basically one t-shirt, one set of shorts, one pair of socks. There were very few times that I actually changed out of that outfit. Really, I just had a spare t-shirt and spare shorts for when I was in town and a pair of flip-flops to wear when I was walking around in camp. I did not need to take heaps and heaps of spare clothes. They really were just sitting in my bag, not doing anything. And again, just like the gloves and the micro spikes, they were sent home as soon as I got out of the Smokies. Well, that's it. 5 things that I did not need to take with me on my Appalachian Trail Thru-hike. If you like this video, please leave a like, consider subscribing and share it to anybody that you know that likes camping, hiking and adventure travel. But that's it from me. Thank you for joining me and I'll see you in the next one. It is a umbrella.